Welcome to the Kitty Cat Go Adventure podcast, where we discuss various topics related to cat adventure, travel, training, and enrichment. I'm your host, Emily Hall, cat trainer and cat adventure enthusiast. Join me as I share my own tips and advice and chat with the experts to help and encourage you to give your cat the best life possible. Remember, no adventure is too big or too small. I can't wait to learn, grow, and explore with you. Hello, and happy Valentine's Day, or Kylo Ren Day as we call it in our house. It's my best adventure buddy Kylo's 8th birthday today. Anyway, Emily here with another solo episode. In celebration of today's holiday, I wanted to share some of my favorite cat enrichment ideas with you. Whether or not you celebrate Valentine's Day, I think we can all agree that we love our cats and want to give them the best life possible. One of the ways we can show our love to our cats is by providing them with plenty of mental and physical stimulation and enrichment. In the previous podcast episode, we heard from veterinarian Dr. Lynn Barr about the importance of enrichment for indoor cats. She says in her book, Indoor Cat, that the lack of physical activity and mental stimulation that indoor cats must contend with day after day and year after year affects them more deeply than we could possibly understand. It takes a mental toll, often resulting in anxiety and depression, and it has physical effects as well, which can manifest as serious health ailments, such as skin conditions and gastrointestinal disorders. So basically, a bored cat can become depressed and even physically ill. I'm obviously a big proponent of taking your cat outdoors on a harness and leash. It definitely checks all the boxes, making it an excellent way to enrich your cat's life. But it is certainly not the only way, and it's often not possible to take our cats outside on a daily basis. So if you're looking for some fun new ideas to keep your cat entertained and make sure they're getting the mental and physical stimulation they need, then keep listening because I've got several fun enrichment activities for you to try. Number 1, clicker training. Clicker training is a great way to exercise both your cat's mind and body. You can teach your cat practical behaviors like sit and stay, or fun tricks like high five and spin. It is also an effective way to carrier or backpack train your cat. There are so many applications for and benefits of clicker training, and it can be a lot of fun for both you and your kitty. Even just 5 minutes a day of training can do wonders for a bored cat. Check out catschool.co for more info on how to get started clicker training your cat. Number 2, foraging activities. Foraging is another way to work your cat's body and mind. Plus, they get to act on those natural hunting and foraging instincts, which is a huge plus. There are many ways you can provide your cat with foraging activities. Here are some of my favorites. Food puzzles and snuffle mats. I'd recommend listening to Season 2, Episode 1 of the show to hear from cat behaviorist Ingrid Johnson about the many benefits and ways you can use food puzzles with your cat. There are so many different types, and they range in difficulty level as well. For more information about all the many types of food puzzles, visit Ingrid's website, foodpuzzlesforcats.com. If your cat is new to foraging, though, I'd recommend starting with a snuffle mat. Snuffle mats are basically a mat with strips and pieces of fleece or similar material, kind of like a bath mat, and you sprinkle and hide treats in it for your cat to sniff out. Snuffle balls are also a great introduction to the world of foraging. I actually make and sell snuffle balls too, which are available in my online store, shop.kittycatgo.com. Nosework is another fun foraging activity. Listen to Season 2, Episode 8 of the show to hear from cat nosework creator and expert Hana Fushihara. Nosework is when you hide treats for your cat to sniff out. To start simply, you'd place a few treats around a single room, such as your living room, for your cat to sniff out. You can increase the difficulty level by hiding the treats in crumpled paper balls that you then place around the room. You can check out Hana's website, noseworkcats.com, for more fun ideas, and she actually has a whole nosework course you can take. Another easy and free foraging activity that my cats always enjoy is a busy box. Some people refer to these as foraging boxes, rooting boxes, or sensory boxes. To make one, all you need is a shoebox or similarly sized box, some treats, and various items you can find around your house, such as toilet paper roll tubes, tissue paper, small empty containers, strips of fabric, egg cartons, paper bags, cat toys, catnip, etc. As long as it's safe for cats, basically anything goes. You combine all your items into your shoebox or cardboard box, and then hide and sprinkle some treats around. And voila, you have a busy box. Just as the name suggests, it will keep your cat busy and give them an opportunity to exercise that nose. Plus, you can always keep things fresh by making your busy box different every time. I recently wrote a blog post and made a YouTube video about making a busy box, so be sure to check those out if you're interested in making one. On to number 3, catnip. If you've got a cat, chances are you know about the magic of catnip. It's true, though, that not all cats are affected by catnip. But if your cat is one who enjoys a good nip pie, then I've got a few ideas for how you can have some catnip fun with your kitty. Obviously, there are the typical catnip toys. These will lose their potency eventually, though, so to keep them fresh, you can place them in a Tupperware or other airtight container with some loose catnip sprinkled in. Let them marinate for a day or two, and then pull them back out again for your cat to enjoy. Good as new. I also love to use loose catnip for what I call nip parties. We have a designated catnip rug that I picked up at the store. It's about the size of a bathroom rug. When it's nip party time, we pull out the catnip rug, sprinkle some catnip all over it, and let the kitties enjoy. They love rolling around and playing on it, and some of them even eat the loose catnip. If your cat is one of those who doesn't enjoy a catnip buzz, there are some other cat-safe herbs you could try out instead, like silvervine, valerian, and honeysuckle. Hey, all you cat adventuring podcast listeners, I've got 3 numbers for you: 17, 70, and 1. 17, the number of cat-friendly adventure spots around your neighborhood to explore with your kitty. 70, that's just how many cat-friendly chains are out there just waiting for you and your cat to visit. Whether you're just out for the day and want to bring your best adventure buddy, or you and your cat are traveling and need a safe haven, these places have you both covered. 1. There's only one incredible and loving relationship like what you have with your cat. It's as unique as anything, and here at Kitty Cat Go, I believe it should be nurtured. Visit kittycatgo.com/guide and sign up today to get all those cat-friendly locations so you and your kitty can get up and go. All right, back to the show. Number 4, change things up. Cats are curious animals and are intrigued by even the simplest things sometimes, and we all know how much they hate a closed door. Moving a piece of furniture or giving your cat access to a closet or room they don't normally have access to are super easy ways you can provide your cat with something extra interesting. Some other simple ways you can change up your cat's environment include throwing a blanket or sheet over a chair or small table to create a fort, moving their scratchers to different locations, leaving out some cardboard boxes or even building a box fort for them, leaving out some paper bags. Just be sure to cut any handles they might have so there isn't any danger of your cat getting stuck or strangled in them. Trying out a new treat or protein source. Bringing in some leaves, sticks, pine needles, or other things from your yard and laying them on the floor. Bringing the outside in like that actually brings me to my final category of cat enrichment ideas: outdoor exposure. If you aren't able to or aren't interested in taking your cat outside on a harness and leash, there are still several other ways you can safely give your cat exposure to the outdoors. The outside world is incredibly enriching with all its many sights, sounds, and smells. I highly recommend giving your cat the chance to experience those things in whichever way is possible for you. You can open a window. As long as your windows have screens to keep your cat from escaping, opening a window can provide hours of entertainment for your cat. You can even change up which window you open to give your cat a different experience each day. Bonus points if you set up a bird feeder or bird bath within view of the window too. Backpack or stroller rides. Even if you don't plan to walk your cat on a harness and leash, backpack or stroller training them can give you the chance to safely explore outdoors together. You can go for walks with them as they ride in their backpack or stroller, which still allows them to experience the sights, sounds, and smells of the outside. I will say, though, that even if you only plan to take your cat out in a backpack or stroller, I'd still recommend harness and leash training, just for safety reasons, in case they happen to escape their backpack or stroller. There are also plenty of different outdoor enclosures you can use to give your cat a taste of the outside within your own yard. Anything from playpens to mesh tents to window boxes, they can all be fun ways to hang outside together. If you opt for a playpen or mesh tent, be sure to do some slow introduction to both the enclosure and the outdoors first. Just putting your cat in and taking them outside might be overwhelming at first. If you're looking for a way to give your cat their own outdoor environment to hang out in, a catio is the way to do it. If you're handy, you can build your own, but there are also plenty of pre-built ones you can purchase online. They just require some assembly. You could even hire someone to build one for you if you wanted to go that route. Catios are fun because there are so many ways you can enhance them to give your cat even more enrichment than just outdoor exposure. You can add cat-safe plants, different levels and tiers, scratchers and beds, and toys and water fountains. My husband and I built our own catio on a whim during the COVID lockdown of 2020. We basically made it up as we went, and it definitely took way more trips to Lowe's and several more days than we expected or planned for, but we had fun building it, and our cats have been loving and enjoying it ever since. Definitely our best home improvement project to date. The one we built isn't even that big. That's the beauty of catios. It doesn't take a lot of space to create your cat their own little outdoor haven. If you're wanting to build a catio or spruce up one you already have, be sure to listen to Season 1, Episode 4, when I interviewed Yaz Naqshbandi of Chirpy Cats all about her amazing catio. As you can see, there are so many ways you can add some extra enrichment to your cat's daily life. I just shared several ideas ranging from simple and free to complex and maybe a bit more expensive, and I barely scratched the surface. Variety is the spice of life, they say, and I do like to take this approach when it comes to my own cat's enrichment, and I encourage you to do the same. I hope this episode left you with a fresh new idea or two to try with your cat. If you're looking for more information on any of the ideas shared or for links to any of the resources mentioned today, be sure to check out the show notes by visiting kittycatgo.com/podcast. Until next time, happy adventuring! Are you enjoying the Kitty Cat Go Adventure podcast? Let me know by leaving a review. This will help others to find it and hopefully be inspired to get out there, try new things, and go new places with their cat. What questions do you have about adventuring with cats? Or maybe you'd just like to chat with me about what you learned in this episode. Find me on Instagram at kittycatgoadventures. You can also screenshot this episode and tag me in your stories so I can see who is listening. I'd love to continue the conversation with you, so find me on Instagram or join our Facebook group, Kitty Cat Go Adventure Team, so you can connect with a whole community of fellow cat adventurers. And as always, you can find the show notes, including all links and resources discussed in this episode at kittycatgo.com/podcast. Until next time, happy adventuring.